Let's get into some things. Let's get into some things. You know what that means? It's time for Hot Topics! Yes! So today's Hot Topics, I don't think I ever talked about this person on my channel before, so I'm like really excited. Because, and before we really get into it, like, bias straight up, I'm a fan of this person. Bias straight up. It is what it is. So who are we talking about? We're talking about DJ Akademiks or Akademiks. So who is Akademiks? So a lot of people that are not into hip hop or into the scene whatsoever, a lot of these names I'm gonna say today, a lot of these companies, blogs, and things like that, you're not gonna be familiar with any of these names. So I'm gonna do kid gloves while breaking this down. So Akademiks is a YouTuber. He's had a YouTube channel since 2012. He blew up around 2014 because he did a segment called The War in Chirac. And for people that don't know what Chirac means, that means Chicago. And he would talk about the miscellaneous crimes and the different rappers in Chicago. And for everybody pretty much knows that, like, Chicago has been, going through it, girl. And I say that respectfully. They've been going through the kicks. Chicago has. So anyway, so that's how Akademiks blew up. I personally found out about Akademiks during the Drake and Meek Mill beef. So that's how I found out about him. So since 2017, he's been working with Complex, and they have their own show. It's on their YouTube channel called Everyday Struggle, which he does with Nadeska, who has, like, her resume is, like, insane. Like, she's worked for MTV, and she's pretty high up there regarding Complex News, and I think she has a contract with Apple Music. And then Wayno, who is, like, a well-known manager, and I believe he works in Rockefeller or has had some kind of dealings with them. But Wayno is no, okay? Wayno is no. So that's the background. So why are we talking about Akademiks today? Well, ladies and gentlemen, Akademiks has been suspended off of Everyday Struggle for 2 days. They're in hiatus right now, but he has been suspended from Everyday Struggle for 2 days. And on top of that, he got banned on Twitch. And this happened on the same day. And I'm just like, girl, how do you go get suspended off of your job for 2 days and then get banned on Twitch on the same motherfucking day? So what the fuck happened? So since, like I said, background, Everyday Struggle is in hiatus right now. So Ak also does Twitch streams. I don't watch him as much anymore, like, sadly to say. Like, I used to watch him, like, religiously back in, like, 2018, but I definitely stopped the last few years. And it's not because I don't like him anymore. It's mostly because, like, I'm just, like, really not into, like, this new wave of hip-hop. That's just my personal opinion, and, it is what it is. Like, what are we gonna do about it? It is what it is. Like, I do listen to hip-hop. I'm just not into all this new wave shit. Like, I'm not. Like, I'm just not, bitch. It's like, it's an opinion. I'm not the end all be all. Like, I'm just saying, like, I'm not really feeling Meg Thee Stallion. Like, everyone's going all nuts about Meg Thee Stallion, and, like, bitch, I'm lost. You see what I'm saying? Like, I'm a lost bitch. So I'm just gonna stay in my lane of what I like in hip hop, but it is what it is. But anyways, so he's been on Twitch, and he's been, like, going off, bitch. Like, he's been, like cursing everybody the fuck out. Like, he got in a fight with Freddie, this guy named Freddie. He's been going in and out of fights with Meek Mill. He's been continuously fighting with Nicki Minaj. Like, he's just been going the fuck in on Twitch the last few days because bitch got time, and that's what the fuck he does. Okay. So in one of his in one of his Twitch rants, he decides to talk about John Legend and Chrissy Teigen, John Legend's wife. So I'm gonna show y'all what the fuck he said.
I like this bitch so much. I can't even lie to you. Chrissy Teigen, Instagram. I just feel like, yo, she actually, one time she sneaked this to me, so fuck that hoe. Straight up. And John Legend can hear that. Don't have your bitch dissing. How about you take that fucking big ass mouth of yours and that fucking weird ass looking face and start promoting your man's album? Maybe you want to do 25,000 fucking first week. Cause you got all the jokes, and when you trying to get at niggas, you think you the smartest, cutest, funniest thing possible. But your man is still fucking flopping. He's a legend doing 25,000. That's a fucking flop. Chrissy Teigen suck a dick. Straight up. And John Legend, if you feel that type of way about it, nigga, you can suck one too. Cause I don't, like, your bitch came out randomly one time. She tagged some shit. If you want to know what a beef is, she tagged some shit with me in it, and she had some slick-ass comment. I don't give a fuck. You ain't that funny, bitch. Don't mention my name, period. Suck a whole dick, and if you as her man feel some type of way, you suck the same dick with her, all right? Straight up. Let's get on to the next one.
That's what the fuck he said. He basically told her to go insane. He's fucking crazy. So basically, because of that, I have my iPad. Because we're recording on our phone, though. So I got the iPad. So according to Hot New Hip Hop, Akademiks apologizes after Complex suspension over Chrissy Teigen remarks. First Twitch, now Complex. Akademiks, because you remember I told you like before that he got suspended on Twitch the same day. By the way, this was this article came out on July 2nd. I've been sick, bitch. That's why we're late on these news. First Twitch, now Complex. Akademiks has built much of his popularity around being unfiltered, but it's biting him in the butt in recent days. It's been announced that following his tirades on Twitch, the platform has suspended the blogger. So you remember I told you like he's been going in on everybody on fucking Twitch right now. It was also revealed that the Everyday Struggle host has been suspended from Complex News over his rant against Chrissy Teigen and John Legend. Akademiks visually spouted off insults to the crooner, his wife, after he said she allegedly sneak dissed him. I'm not going to read the whole thing because he kind of speaks on it during the rant. And so then Akademiks, he does an apology. It says right here, and then I'm going to put the link of the apology because like the apology is like, I'm not gonna do two videos in one thing. Like, I'll link the apology on here. And like, he basically apologized and said that he went too far and things like that. So what do I think? What do I honestly think about, Akademiks being suspended for going after Chrissy Teigen? My main concern is that the last few days, Meek Mill has been putting out tweets asking for Akademiks to be canceled and things like that. And Akademiks has pissed off a lot of people. Like, let's keep it real. Like, he has pissed off a lot of people in the industry. And he is very close to 6ix9ine, which people do not like 6ix9ine. They don't want him in the hip-hop space. They want him the fuck out of here because, they think he's a snitch and a rat. Right? So, he has allegiance to 6ix9ine. He's very, very public about it. People already don't like him. So my main concern, and it's already popping up, is that Star Troy Terrain, he basically, has done, 2 live streams on Akademiks about all this shit happening. And in both of the live streams, he's brought up about, the accusations that have been made against Ak by women. Now, that we live in an age where, a lot of women are speaking up, which rightfully so. And then, and with people speaking up, some people speak the truth, some people are speaking lies. Like, it is what it is. Like, not everyone's going to speak the truth. Not everybody is going to have a moment where they're going to, actually come out with the truth of how they were, sexually assaulted or beat up. They're going to lie on these people. Like, yes, we have been seeing such an influx with Twitch streamers right now. The Smash community is getting it right now. So my main concern is that, and I think it will, I think it's going to open the floodgates of all the things that have been said about academics in the past. Like, for example, I believe he's still with this girl, with his current girlfriend. One day she had a moment and did an Instagram live that's still on YouTube currently about, an incident about them two and how he was like abusive to her in some kind of form. And then there's other women that have said things about academics, but like it's turned out that, it was all fake and lies. But like at the end of the day, we live in an era where people don't want to hear if someone's lying. They don't want to hear that. They just hear that somebody is, saying shit, saying that somebody abused them, and they get them the fuck out of here. You know what I mean? Without even researching, without even hearing the other person's side. Like, we've seen it several times throughout these last few weeks. So that's like my main thing. I'm just like, okay, so eyes are on Ak. I hope they don't, really dig in stuff, especially if they got this upset about what he said about Chrissy Teigen, which, again, my main issue with that is, and this is like my main point, Akademiks has said foul shit about Nicki Minaj. Akademiks has said foul shit about SZA. He never got suspended, not one day. But Chrissy Teigen, he said something about her, who, she's not a black woman. Like, I believe her parents are white. A non-black woman. Oh, you gotta go. So that's like my question with Complex. So it's fine. So it's fine for what he says about black women. Not saying that he should get like canceled or anything, but that's just really a defining point with Complex. Like, so it's okay for what he says about black women. It's okay what he says about SZA. That's okay. That's fine. But Chrissy Teigen, he went too far. The colorism is showing. I just got to keep it real. The colorism is showing. By the way, I don't think Ak should have got suspended for what he said to Chrissy Teigen, because I felt like Chrissy Teigen has said words on her Twitter platform, and he really did not say anything that bad, in my personal opinion. The only thing he told her to do was suck a dick. Now, that's like the same thing for me. Do you know how many times men have told me to go suck a dick? Do you know how many times men, said some foul shit about me because of things that I've said on my fucking platform? I'm sorry. If I throw it, if I dish it out, I gotta take it. It is what it is. And Chrissy Teigen is always dishing it out. So I'm really thinking that the real issue is what he said about John Legend. That's what I think it was. I think it was because of what he said about John Legend. And John Legend's been like, bitch, you think you're better than me? And I just got you suspended. That's what I think it is. But you guys let me know in the comments. Do you think that Akademiks went too far with what he said about Chrissy Teigen? And do you think that his past with women are going to, eventually come up, after him? And, how old recedes. And do you also think that Complex is really showing some bullshit with how they're suspending him now over Chrissy Teigen, but they had no issues with what he said about the negative things he said about SZA and Nicki Minaj? You let me know in the comments below, and thank you for watching.